8 o'clock at night, we're partying, and we're hopeful. We had heard about our new continuing president, which was awesome. But then I had to kind of feel in my gut that we might lose. But what I did know, that OCO leaders and across this whole state worked precincts on election day, which means we worked the people who actually go to the polls to cast their ballot. So I knew there was hope, because in Oakland, our volunteers had worked 80 precincts in this city. I saw Yvette come vote. I was working that precinct with Richard, and he was running out of my car and knocking on doors and jumping back in the car and driving to the next house, and people were canvassing. Brandon and folks were in West Oakland, North Oakland, Samad was out there, tons of young people talking to the people who come to the polls on election day. Katie told me a story. She went to somebody's house and literally pulled them out of their house to go vote, right? She was sure he would not have voted otherwise. So by the time I got home that night, and I'm not gonna lie, I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, clicking the button, how many people now, how many people now, how many people now? What did we get up to? 54%! 54%! That's right! So who made the difference? The people who voted on election day. Yeah. If it had just been absentee ballots, we would have lost. Yeah. Right. But it was the people that we got out on election day that made the difference to get us up to 54%, and we won.
We did a lot of walking in West Oakland. I think we had a great time on election day when we did like 27 precincts. We had people going in and out all day. We had somebody barbecuing. We had like a real community environment. A lot of our formerly incarcerated brothers and sisters were actually there, so it was just an amazing experience that day.
From the perspective of schools, my school stood to lose over $200,000 if Proposition 30 did not pass, and we would not have been able to survive without that money. And it was tremendous in that a lot of our graduating students got involved for the first time and got to learn about voting and what it is and what their rights were. And it was really tremendous to watch that and to see that growing within my students.
My experience was really, really great. Especially working from elementary school, see how parents came together, even though they were afraid to take a risk and go out and do something different they'd never been exposed to do. But with the motivation and the training, the OCO organizer Carlos was able to provide not only to me my support, but for the parents. It was amazing to see how the children were engaged and knocking doors and talking about the importance of supporting Proposition 30. So it was great, and see the support all from the neighborhood with parents and students, especially the students now become leaders from OCO and ready to be engaged in other activities.